Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap Session for Tuesday, December the 20th, 2016. My name is Doug McKay. I am the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-to sessions to take a look at the market, macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses for the day. We create multiple hypotheses in order to have a plan in place for whatever the market throws at us. That way we're not trying to create a plan on the fly. This is a subscription room, so if you're interested in checking out, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog. This is not a commercial venture. We do everything live here in the go-to. During the pre-market session, then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the RTH trading session. Read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. Okay, first things first, we did have news at 8:30. We had Canadian wholesales. Month over month came out better than expected, 1.1 versus 0.3. And much better than previous. That was minus 1.5. 9 o'clock, there's China CB leading index, and basically that's it. There's not much other news today. So it is Tuesday. They call it Turnaround Tuesday, but the last 6 Tuesdays have actually been up, and right now we're trading at 2266.50, and we're going to most likely end up with a gap up, depending if they can hold above this 2263.75. You can see that we have been compressing and coiling and creating this symmetrical triangle and waiting for the breakout overnight in the European session. You can see that they broke out of that triangle, and we had a really tight range. Basically, a 3-point range most of the night until we got into the European Open. Then they had the impulse wave out, came back to the zipper, gave a beautiful entry to get long if you were in the market at that time, and then they finally took the breakout and went up to that 66.75, 67 area. We talked about this. This is where the micro composite VPOC was prior to the shift down to 52.50. And likely if we trade up here coming into the open, we're likely to see this value come up and move to the 66.50. So, Santa Claus rally, very much still intact right now. It's 5 days to Christmas. Another 4 days of trading coming into, and it's looking really strong still. Let's just take one step back. I would like to start my day, as always, with a simple candlestick chart. I use a 9 EMA, 20 SMA. I'm looking for slope and separation. I'm looking for where the trend is being violated or challenged. I'm looking for chart patterns, and I move my way down from the monthly down to the intraday. Beautiful upward trend, challenge at the end of 15, beginning of 16, takes it back, and we created this falling 3 candlestick pattern, and we break out, put in new highs, and we've got slope and separation and continuation pattern on the monthly. On the weekly, you've got great slope and separation. Again, we created a small symmetrical triangle on the daily. We're breaking out of that right now. We do have a technical gap, but this market is not coming down right now. Gap fill on the weekly to even just challenge the trend takes us down to the 22.1175 area, and it would be nothing for that type of a pullback, but there is no pullback. I mean, they just continue to one time frame up, incredibly strong on the weekly. On the daily, we had 3 inside days, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, and now we're breaking out on the Tuesday and likely to get continuation price is paralleling the 9 quite nicely. We got good slope, good separation on the daily. Going to the 4-hour, you can see this even better as the breakout. Wouldn't be anything for this to come back and test the 60 area, the 61 area before continuation. Even maybe just the high from yesterday at 63.75. Excuse me. But right now, we've got the breakout to the upside, and it looks like we're going to get continuation. And even on the 4-hour, we're starting to get slope and separation to the upside. Going to the 1-hour, you can see very strong move in the last hour, taking it a little bit back in this hour. And we do have good slope, good separation. A move back to the 9 will take us back to the high from yesterday. 30-minute, same thing. Good slope, good separation. Bit of a technical gap. A move back will take us down to the 64s. And then going to the 15-minute, we have closed the gap on the 15-minute. We're challenging the 9 right now at 65.50. A move back down to the 20 will take us down to the 64.25. And then last but not least, you can see that on the 5-minute, we're trying to violate the upward trend and possibly get into a start of a downward trend to come back and do some backfill and test yesterday's range or value or VPOC. We don't know what it'll be or if it will be. We just know that we're seeing some selling coming in on the smaller time frame. So taking a look at the Globex, right now we have a Globex high of 67.75. I was right at our trade area from yesterday. That's the prior high that we put in there on the, what day was that? Was it Thursday? Thursday? December the 15th. Yeah, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. So that still remains a trade area. I think with a breakout of that, you're going to get continuation up to put in a new all-time high. And we should mark that so we've got it on our chart. Actually, I'm going to use this. And then we've got the overnight low, which is 59.50, which is 2 ticks above the VPOC and 2 ticks below the naked close. And then we have this LVN at 65 1/4. Why is it doing that? This LVN really is the start, and it's the Globex value area, so I'm watching this for a move back towards the 63 1/4, which is the overnight VPOC, and just 2 ticks inside of the prior day range. And then we had the VPOC down here for the longest time at the 60.75, but that's basically all the information that we're going to get from that. Got the sticker area right here. There's an LVN right here, microcomposite LVN at that 65.50. It's probably even more defined. Well, it is 65.50, but I'm going to be using 65 1/4 because it's the most recent. Below that, I'm looking for a rotation back to the 63.75. I'm going to put a trade area at 61.75. I'm not using the 63.75 because I think that if they come down here, they're going to push a little bit harder, and I'm looking at value rather than range. we've got the prior day down here at 62.75 as well. So I'm going to actually encompass the 62.75 and the 61.75 to make sure that if I'm trying to get long, I'm getting long above it and short below it. Below it, I'll be targeting the 60.75. That's the HVN from where the VPOC was most of the night last night. But of course, I'm looking at the naked close at 61. I'm sorry, at 60, and the overnight low at 59.50, and the naked VPOC at 59. We had very good kurtosis yesterday, very balanced day, so the value area is definitely something that I'm paying attention to. And then below that, I'm looking at 54, and below that, the naked VPOC from 52, 50, 49, and all the other ranges all remain the same below us. Take a quick look at what we've got above us. Let me bring up the flex levels. So we have a couple measured moves to look at. We have a measured move at 78.75. Again, I'm not going to post where they're from, just keep this going quickly. And then we've got one at 85.50. This is the only guidance we have above us. I've got that one in there, okay? Okay, so the daily 20-period ATR is running at 17.68 off of the low overnight. Our upside daily ATR target is up at 77.25. Our downside daily ATR off of the 22.67.75, it was 67.75, right? $67.75 minus the 17.68 gives us a downside ATR of 22.50. And that's right a couple ticks above that week low that we put in at 49.50. Losing my voice. All right. So hypotheses. Hypo 1, I mean, we broke out of the symmetrical triangle to the upside, so I'm looking for a continuation move today, either a open drive or open test drive, or an open auction out of range, but I'm looking at coming up into the making a new all-time high above 73. And getting up into the 77s, maybe the 80s, it's hard to say. So my main hypothesis is an open auction out of range, a move down to test the 63, 62.75 to 61, maybe even come down into the 59, but somewhere in this area, I'm looking for initiative buyers to step in and take us out of range or reject the value or reject the range, one of those three things, and move up and continue up and just keep grinding up towards the 73 and putting in a new all-time high today. Hypo 2 is an open auction out of range, a push up, take out the overnight high, fail to put in a new all-time high, find responsive sellers, and rotate us back down into that balance and come down here and chop around in the value from yesterday and get a late day probe down to the 52 and take out that 52 naked VPOC. That's Hypo 2. Hypo 3 is an open drive or an open test drive. We hold the 65 or we hold the 63 and they rip it up okay, come up into 73 and then push, and we actually come up on hypo 3 into the 80s and coming up and closing somewhere in the mid 80s. And that's hypo 3. Hypo 4 is a failure to take out the overnight high, a move down, chop in value, come down, test the 49.50 area, and then fail and come down and end up somewhere down here towards the 41.50 and come back here. Not really expecting a big move down. I think if anything, if the rotation, the skew is to the downside, that we come in and we chop between the 60 and the 50 area and just come back and fill this area in right here. There's a lot of undetermined fair value down here in the micro composite that needs to be filled in. You can see it on the composite as well. So we have some auction to be completed down here as well. I don't think there's going to be a big downside move today. I think that as we move down, sellers are going to get absorbed by the buyers because I still think we're going to put a new all-time high in before the end of the year above that 22.73. Anyway, that's going to complete my pre-market. We do have a possible Keltner upper line walk or a double Renko reversal setting up. So pay attention to this particular Renko bar right here. If it closes inside and we get the double Renko reversal, then I'm looking for a move down to close the naked close and come back inside of value and come down into this lower distribution here. That's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.